It's only a failure if you quit. It's only a failure if you stop. It's only a failure if you throw in a towel and say, I'm done. If you still love it and you give up, that's when it's a failure. Otherwise, it's a speed bump. Otherwise, it's a learning opportunity. Otherwise, it's motivation to help you keep going. As long as you love doing it, you have to keep going. The biggest potential failure that I had was when I quit on my business partner. I was 19, 20. I was struggling in my company, seeing no results, pouring just so much into my company every day and not getting any traction, anything. We were not winning. And you have those moments where you just feel like you're not valuable anymore. It's one thing if you're working and you're getting results, but when you're working and not getting results, you get really frustrated. If you're not working and you're not getting results, you can say, okay, that's fine. There's lots of things I didn't work hard at and I didn't get results, so it's fine. But when you're working hard every day and just not seeing results, I think there's only so long that you can last before you start to feel really bad about yourself. And so I quit on my business partner, and I couldn't believe that I said those words. I couldn't believe that I was saying I quit on something that I cared so deeply about. And I cried and cried and cried and cried and barely slept that night and decided the next day, I can't quit yet. I can't quit yet. I just have to find another way to stand. I had the words of Oprah in my head saying, you have to find another way to stand. Don't quit. And that's what led me to modeling success. And that's what led me to building my business and making that first sale, to then selling the whole business, to then launching my website and launching my YouTube channel. The frustration and the negativity and the low of saying I quit, leading to the worst moment of my life, feeling like a total piece of garbage as a human, then led to the greatest breakthrough of all time for me, which was to model success. It forced me to think of, well, I can't keep doing it the way I'm doing it. I can't keep going like this because this obviously is not working. I have to find another way to stand. Maybe I'm not the first guy to try to figure this out. In that moment of desperation, I asked that question. Maybe I'm not the first guy to figure this out. Who has done this? And in modeling Bill Gates, that saved my company, and I've been doing it for the last 20 years now, modeling success. Finding the people who have done the thing that I want to do, done the things that you want to do, and sharing their lessons. So it's not only a speed bump, that failure, that setback of me saying I quit actually led to the greatest breakthrough of all time for Evan Carmichael, the human. The lowest moment in my life led to the greatest moment of all time. The greatest insight, the greatest unlock of all time. Failure is only real failure if you quit, if you give up, and you throw in the towel on the thing that you care about. So how do we start to move through it? How do you start to see those rejections and those failures as just road bumps or potential catapults forward? Well, a couple things, 3 ideas. Number 1, start small. Where so many entrepreneurs get it wrong is you try to go big out of the gate. I love dreaming big. Dream big is great. That's going to keep you motivated, inspired, energetic, willing to chase down your goals. Dream big, yes, forever. And act small. Start small. Find a small way to start right now today. That huge idea that you've got. What's the fastest path that's inside of your big vision that can get you to some revenue? That can get you to some cash flow? What's the fastest path to do that? That's in alignment still with your big mission. So often entrepreneurs just try to go big too soon. And you take out the mortgage on the house, or you spend your entire life savings on this new idea, and if it doesn't work, then you're a failure. Then you have no other options. You have no plan B. You have no shot to actually go and turn another company around. Where what you want to do is find the smallest possible way to get started and just start. Just start, because your perfect plan isn't going to be perfect. If you mortgage your home and take out a giant loan to launch your first business and you've never done it before, you're probably going to make tons of mistakes. And any of those mistakes might sink the company because they're big mistakes. But if you're starting small, any one little mistake is just a little mistake. It doesn't sink the company, it doesn't sink your idea, and you're still able to show up for another day. So whatever your big idea is, start small. Dream big, act small. the smallest possible way from your idea to just take one little step forward today and another the next day and another the next day. You flip that thinking, you'll start to see a lot more momentum in your business. Number 2, expect to fail at the beginning. Expect to fail. This is another big reason why entrepreneurs don't win and don't stay on it, because they expect it to be great out of the gate. I've got a great idea. I want to serve. I think it's going to help a lot of people. Boom, this is a winning idea. And then when it doesn't work right away, you get frustrated because the expectations that you had for how well it would do not actually line up to the results. At the beginning, expect to fail. Expect everything to go wrong. When I make a video, expect to suck. I tell people this inside my Mover Makers program, where I'm training people to be thought leaders. We have a 100 video challenge where I want you to make 100 videos before you tell yourself that you suck. Because what ends up happening is you may not think you're going to be great. You know, you're not going to be some amazing superstar in front of the camera the first time out, but you expect to be decent. And then you film yourself and you watch it back and you realize, wow, I'm way worse than I ever thought I was going to be. Have you had that experience? You thought you were going to be maybe not world class, but you thought you were going to be pretty good. And then you do the thing and you're just way, way, way worse. You go ice skating or riding the bike or snowboarding or something. And you think, okay, it doesn't look that hard. And you get on and you're falling all over the place. Have you had that experience? The problem is then people quit too soon. So why we have 100 video challenges, before you quit and say that you suck at video and it's just not meant for you and it's not the thing that you should be doing, do 100 videos and see yourself get better. And people are already commenting after the 5th video, the 10th video, the 20th video, the 30th video, how much they've already grown and learned and improved and gotten better, and look back on their first video and say, wow, that was so bad, but look how much I've already grown. When you expect to be great out of the gate and you're not, then people never want to show up again. You never want to do it again. But when you expect to suck and then you do suck and you're a little bit better every day, it gives you the permission to fail. And it gives you the permission to show up again and fail a little bit less, because all you're really missing is momentum. And then tip number 3 is find another way to stand. The classic advice from Oprah Winfrey that saved my business and might save yours as well is, if you really, really love doing it and it's just not working out, find another way to stand. Find another way to keep going. Find another way to do something. Model the success of somebody who's come before you. Ask for help. Share your story. Find another way to stand. Because if you quit now, if you quit and you don't love it, that's fine. You should quit. If you don't love something, I think a lot of entrepreneurs stay in a business, stay in a relationship, stay in something for too long, just out of expectations, and they actually stopped loving it 2 years ago. You should have quit a long time ago. If you don't love it, quit right now, immediately. That's not a failure. The failure is staying in this thing that you don't love, because you'll never do great work inside of something that you don't love. But if you still love it, if you still get excited by it, if you still enjoy the process, if you still want to do this thing and see it through and serve people and make the impact that you know you're capable of having, if that's still inside you and you quit today, you're going to regret that decision for the rest of your life. You're going to look back on your life at this moment and say, I wish I gave it one more day. I wish I gave it one more week. I wish I gave it one more month. I wish I just gave it a little bit more. I had it in me. I could have done it, and I didn't, because I was afraid, because I was tired, because I was fed up. And now I regret not taking my shot. I had a chance. I had my shot back then, and I didn't do it. Don't be that person. If you still love it, if you still are addicted to it, you still want to have that impact that you know you're capable of having inside this business, don't quit. Just find a different way to stand. If you want another Evan Rant video that just might give you the confidence you need, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there. I think comparing yourself to others is actually fantastic. I think most people aren't even doing it enough. The challenge is people do it incorrectly. The problem is people compare themselves to others as a way to kick themselves down.